Wir freuen uns, dass wir euch jetzt Queens of the Stone Age präsentieren dürfen. Herzlich willkommen.
Welcome to the stage, guys. Yeah. So good to see you. Mr. Mikey Shoes, Mr. Dean Patina, Josh Homme. Oh guys, so nice to see you. So good to see you guys. Hey, John Sam. It's so amazing. It's so amazing to have you here. You know, one of my favorite bands in the world. Actually, it is, and I'm not bringing that up. It's true because I think you all agree. Their music is not background music. It's something that sits with you. Something that. Let me get a personal note on it. If we have that time, I mean, if we have that seconds, music is something that means a lot to me, and I don't mean background music, something you hear, you listen to during shopping or any other shit. And I've gone through some tough times in the last years. You know, we survived COVID with all of cinemas and everything, and life wasn't that easy. And now having you here is really one of the most emotional moments for me because Andreas, you made it possible too, and you guys, you came, and your music really helped me through all the years. You know, it's not something, you know, you can write that on Facebook or any of that shit networks and write, yeah, I love that music, it's great, it helped me. But your music really helped me, and it sat with me for such a long time. And I want to thank you for that, man. You saved me.
That's so nice. Holy shit.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, man. Yeah, you know, I don't want to do this Q&A just like a guy from the newspaper and ask about this and that. I just want to bring you in contact with the band, with the artists. And I want to start with Andreas, because I think you guys should know that this guy really does an amazing work in terms of photography, videography, whatever, you know. Thank you, thank you. Maybe we start like this, that Andreas, maybe you tell the audience how you and Josh met each other and how all this concept and all this idea came up.
Well, we met each other through our daughters, actually. I think the first thing we did together was the Iggy Pop project. This part, the second part, was never really planned. It came as a creative addition to the main part, and the main character is always the music. And I think we forget it as well, watching the movie all the time, or watching movies. Like in this case, the music is everything, and doing it down there, and how it sounds, and how Josh has, and the whole band have portrait these songs. I mean, this is like another world down there in this world, and it created this incredible.
Try for Leeuwen, ladies and gentlemen. Try for Leeuwen. Oh my God! Having you, man.
All about the music. I think we've seen what happened down there. I think we should talk about the music and more about the film. It came together like when I went down there, Josh and everybody. I think I went down there and I didn't know what's going to happen. I mean, I was there, and this is most of the time we collaborating. You have to be there, and you have to feel it, and you have to go with it, and then you have to capture it, and that's what we got to. The recording down there was created like with nothing. This you feel the silence in the film when you cut from the concert to the Catacombs. You feel the silence down there, and that music brought to this silence was magic.
How did you approach to make music at a place like the Catacombs?
Well, you're not allowed to do all kinds of stuff in the Catacombs, so that's a really good thing. When someone gives you some restrictions, and kind of makes it easier. And I think that space in the Catacombs really helps too. figure out what to do. I don't know. Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like he's saying, the limitations were extremely helpful in the long run. You could think that, it'd be a hindrance, but we knew we weren't going to, play loud rock band down there, and without having power, electricity, not just for the instruments, but for the lighting and production and the recording devices. We kind of really had to think about it, think it through, and even when it came to the songs, think about how the instrumentation was going to work. And I remember we were in Italy somewhere, and there was a hardware store down the street, and you're like, why don't we just go down and get some chains?
The normal shit you say to a child.
Yeah.
Hey Mike, why don't we get some chains?
Well, that's Saturday night, but yeah.
So we're chained together.
Queens of the Stone Age is a band to me that's always surprises. You never repeat things. It's always a surprising setup that comes from somewhere. I don't know where it comes from, but it comes from somewhere deep inside. To me, at least, it feels like that. And I want to know, how did you pick up the songs? How did you choose them? Because I think you did some really brave choices.
Well, it made it like with so many tracks. With so many trapped people, like if you were stuck forever underground, what would you want to hear is a good question to ask. And I personally would want to hear things about probably like my family, or I'd want to hear something about love, or something about how difficult the experience is, because certainly being dead is tough. and I also know that being close to death is also tough. You're just trying to you're trying to entertain somebody and use the threshold of entertaining somebody as a way to connect and make them feel something that you both understand, And I think now I've spoken too long. So does anyone have any questions?
Right.
Or want me to diagnose anything?
Yeah, just ask some questions. Come on.
Just yell it out, or don't.
Yeah, just do it.
You.
Which questions were, let's say, like were candidates to qualify for the whole Catacombs, so like that they were kicked out from the whole, let's say.
Well, there were some things that seemed a bit predictable. Like there's a little song called "This Lullaby" that already exists in that way, and which I kind of played on my own in the streets one time. And then there are some things that seem like they require even more drama. Like there's a song for the deaf and a song for the dead. And then there's we looked at "Sky is Falling" too, because it's really positive. It's like it quickly became about what do these people deserve to hear. So it became about subject matter really quick. And so things just nixed themselves out, either heartbreaking or positive. It's like one of those two things, Next.
If you could add only one song to the Catacombs film, which would it be and why?
Oh, fuck, that's hard. Mike?
Dean? Fuck, I have no idea. There's too many songs.
There's a couple like obvious ones, like Mosquito Song, but it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it doesn't. There's certain things that don't make sense there, that feel like there's. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Mike. I can just talk fucking loud.
Yeah, I think it was just that we talked about a lot of the obvious ones that we've done in that capacity, even like in the Fade. I love to watch you actually directing strings, because string players normally they're trained a specific way, classically trained or whatever, and so sometimes it's hard for them to wrap their heads around what we're looking for, and to do things basically wrong, or to them wrong. You know what I mean? So, and we've done we've done horns on records where they're getting pissed because it's like the requests are not what they know how to do, even though they're classically trained. And I mean, I think that's kind of like how we are in general, right? Like we come from punk rock, we're not, trained, and that's kind of what we're looking for in the orchestral players as well.
It's fun to do the right stuff wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, what Mike said. It was a joy working with these three ladies as well, because they seem to just kind of fall into our way of thinking very easily, even though, one was from New Zealand, two were from France, and so it just seemed like a very musical exchange. Just doing the 2 rehearsals, we got a lot of really cool stuff, and we just started to lean on them more and more because their ear was so keen in the moment of what we were trying to achieve. And then once that chemistry was happening, we're conducting, and we're like, yeah, this sounds great.
Now that you mention it too, it's like they were really excited because, being French and also from New Zealand, playing the Catacombs, nobody gets to do that. They were so fucking stoked. Like, so were we, but they didn't know what they were gonna be doing. So they walked into this thing, and it was like, hey, this is what we're gonna do, because we were keeping it such a secret. So they kind of, like, in a cool way, shit their pants a little bit. Like, the good way.
Yeah, I can see that in the film as well, right?
But they added so much, because once they got the thing, which is really exciting, like, they're, like, in I Never Came, that is so just the cello player. She'd already gotten it.
Did this place, any circumstance, change your view on life or death or something? Or was it just like, okay, an in and out experience, and you guys were just like, okay, what the fuck happens?
Well,
I'm sorry.
No. It's a very good question. I'll pass it to Mike. Mike, here's the mic. Do you want me to? I will. No, okay. When you've been doing this as long as we have, like things happen that are beyond your control. Like this comes with a great blessing to being a musician that gets to travel around. But there's also tiny little curses, the way your life gets dragged through the mud and like the stupid shit you do. Speaking about them, not me again. It's like, and also, I had no way of knowing. So what am I saying? So the point is, when you get to do something that is so recharges your own battery because it's so different and it feels so special. Like I've been trying to get this together for a long time, but I had no way of knowing that I myself would be really ill. And I mean, what are the fucking chances that I would be so not well? The chances are almost zero, and you're left thinking this is meant to be, and when you actually have that realization, anyone that's had that realization where this is meant to be, you think, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. And in that moment, no matter what the physical or mental feeling, when you actually feel that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, you know that whatever you're going to do is the right thing. Like, it just feels so aligned. And staring the mortality of these other people in the face was just, honestly, it was a total gift that I would not change for anything. Plus, I had my own cot, so I got to lay down every once in a while. Mike?
I mean, I guess to add, yes, it did make me think. I guess being down there and the situation we were in, made me realize that everything, comes to an end. And so in that moment, besides, being surrounded by death, it's like, we're going home tomorrow. Tours, we got to go home and take care of shit, and tour's over. And so you just start to think, like, just like life, like, this could be the last, to me, I had moments where, like, maybe this is the last show we play. And that's just the way I felt, because you just fucking never know. Every night could be the last night. So, yeah, it made me be really grateful for what we have, and then to be able to come back a year later, like, I'm so grateful to be back here and playing the shows that we had to cancel. They mean a lot. Dean?
What Mike said.
Does anyone not have tickets to tomorrow's show? She does. Everyone who doesn't have tickets to tomorrow's show can come tomorrow. So all you have to do is French kiss Mike. No, I'm in. You're like, I've got tickets. I want more tickets. No, but if you wouldn't mind just being honest, if you don't, like, I know I could see which you don't have no tickets. So like, because you said that, and I could see the look on your face, and like, you look so sweet. Yeah, come on, high five. We're gonna have so if you don't, and you sincerely don't, would you talk to Janine, who isn't here but will come out?
She will.
Janine.
And we'll put you on the guest list because, thanks for coming tonight.
Thank you.